Hey, what's going on everybody? It is me, the Toasty Senpai, coming at you with another Minecraft video. Today, we're inside the house. Let me do a few things. I need to show you guys the changes I've made, and then we can get right on to building some farms. So here I have the front door. I upgraded that because there wasn't doors before, and now they are. I put some bushes out here. The grass is still growing, but I'm just trying to bring in some more colors. The green kind of matches the tree, so that should look good. Another thing that I added was suggested by one of my viewers, which is awesome. I love getting feedback. It was these ladders. So now we can get back up to the top of the patio by using these secret ladders, which are hidden behind this couch. Sneaky, sneaky. I like it. It just makes our builds kind of more unified, and I don't have to run around outside all the time. He also said that I should put some doors up, so I'm going to put the doors right here. Oh, I think I have to make those full blocks. I'm going to put the doors right there, just to make that flow, a lot better. We should probably also put maybe a roof on top. Something to blend it in. That looks pretty good. I'll figure it out as we go. But that looks a lot better. And the last thing that I added to the house was a back porch. I kind of thought that the house looked a little dead back here, so I went ahead and I built a porch back here. Very similar to the front. I really like these lights I've got going on. But this would be for, if this was a realistic house, you'd have some chairs out here, and you just come, sit here, watch the water, maybe get your girlfriend, and the two of you can sit next to each other and hold hands and watch the sunset. Sounds really cute. So that's what we'll do out here. I really like the idea of the chairs, and that just came to me. So let me go ahead and really show you guys how to make some good chairs. You probably already know this tip, but if you put signs on the edges of stairs, they look a lot like chairs. Oops. Don't put it on top. Alright, so here's some chairs now. Awesome. So today we are going to actually end up working on some farms because I need a source of food. I've got some wood and I've got some seeds, not many, so I'll have to collect some more as time goes on. My thinking is that the farms will be up here, and I'm going to go for a really huge farm just because I think that they look really cool. I don't know if you watch B00, but he has beautiful farms in his worlds, and so I may be doing something similar to that. So if you've seen his stuff, that is what we're going for. He just does such a gorgeous job with his farms. So a couple things that we need before we can do that is we're going to need to make a bucket. I'm going to end up making 2 buckets so that we can have water in our farm. There we go. We need the seeds, obviously, some torches, some wood to make things look better. But the main thing we're going to be putting down is just a bunch of seeds growing all over the place. Oh, we also need a hoe. I'm not going to make a diamond hoe just because I feel like that's a little... We're kind of going to be overusing our diamonds if we go ahead and make even, a hoe out of that. So we'll go ahead and just make an iron one. Cool. So let's grab the water. It's nice that we have the water right down here. One thing I was thinking about is, wouldn't it be cool if we made some sort of like boardwalk all along here? I think that would be a pretty good use of time. It would look pretty awesome. So we'll keep that in the back of our heads. Remind me if I forget, because I think that's a really cool idea. Just want to pick up all this stuff. And then we're going to start just making this land farmable. We'll start maybe back here. Feel like this is a good place. What you want to do is just put down some water. We need an infinite water source somewhere. So this will be our main source of water. And then you just want to get a hoe and go and till the land. See what I mean when I say we're just going to have the farm everywhere? This is gonna be gorgeous. I just looked at the new snapshot that came out, where they're updating all of the cool things, like the combat update stuff is coming out, and I see a lot of updates to weapons. And one cool thing is that hoes are going to be kind of like your quick go-to weapon, because they're going to swing really fast, but all the other weapons are kind of slowing down. It's really going to change the game, so I'm excited. But we're just going to hoe this and kind of pick up seeds as we go. It'll become a lot easier to get more seeds as time goes by, because we're going to be farming, and so the wheat itself will give us some seeds on top of all the normal seeds we're collecting. Another thing that we need to do in here is get some light, mainly so mobs don't spawn. Maybe we'll just go ahead and do that once the wheat starts to grow. But this ends up looking really cool, let me tell you. When you have the wheat growing and it's all looking yellow and beautiful, that's a cool thing. And so not only does it look really cool in your world, it also provides just a bunch of food, so you never really go hungry. We need some more water. Boop, boop, awesome. So back in the olden days, they would actually build terraces on the sides of cliffs. They would cut into the cliff and make terraces. So this kind of reminds me of this. If we put all the farms down on here, then we would kind of make terraces, and it would look a lot like that. So we might go ahead and do a little bit of that sort of theme too. But I'm not really sure how much of this I really want to be farmland. I know at least this top bit would look good. I also need to be careful not to tread on too much of this stuff. Yeah, so we're just going to keep hoeing the ground, putting the water down. Let's start having a look at this from afar. You can really tell that that's farmland from back here. Now look at that and just imagine wheat growing everywhere. And then maybe we can build like a big windmill too. I feel like that would be awesome. I need some more seeds, man. Some bone meal would be great too. We'll see if any comes at nighttime. So I don't want you guys to watch this the whole time, so let me do a cut. I'm gonna, kind of put the water down and the seeds down and just make this whole place look pretty good, and I'll come back to you guys when I'm nearing a good point to bring you guys back in. So see you in a minute. Alright, we are back after I did some more planting, and wow. We're not done yet because I do actually need a whole lot more seeds than I imagined. But I did start making this place look good. I started putting in some hay bales as I was picking up the wheat. Over here, I always need a hoe whenever I jump down, but I always just go out, grab some seeds, and I'm starting to plant them in random areas. And then when I get 9 wheat, just kind of like what I've got right now, that is a great time to go ahead and make another hay bale. And I think the hay bales are going to be looking pretty good in the field, and it kind of makes sense because an average person wouldn't be able to harvest a whole field in one go. They'd probably have to make hay bales here and there and come back later and pick up all of the hay. So that's kind of my thinking. It also brings another color in, which is similar to the wheat, so it won't stand out too much, which is exactly what I want. Anyways, that's it for this. I also want to build a well nearby, just so that we can, have some water for watering the field and whatnot. And I'm thinking about putting it somewhere around here. I guess I'm just going to start digging down, and I hope I can hit some water pretty soon. If I hit some water, then, then we'll know this is a good place for a well. Hey, would you look at that? It seems like this was meant to be, since there's water down here. I totally did not put it down here myself. Anyways, let's just build this water up a little higher so that our well can work. It's really nice that we found this underwater spring right by where we wanted to build our well. It's very, very convenient. Hey, there you go. So let's go ahead and get some cobblestone on the bottom layer of this well. Oops. This is going to stand out a bit because most of the other things which I'm building are actually made out of wood. But it'll be good. So we'll put the water all the way up till this height. And then get some fences. The well roof doesn't have to be super tall, so it's not going to be any higher than that. And then I think we're just going to go for some normal blocks on top of that. See, we don't want it any higher than this because we don't want anybody falling inside the well. So we'll just have it like this so you can't actually go in there, but you can still pull the water out. It's kind of my thinking on that. And then as far as the roof goes, I brought along some slabs so we can go ahead and do that. And see how that looks? It definitely looks like a well, I'll give you that. Awesome. So now anytime that an average farmer would need to water his field, he would just come over here, grab his water, and toss it over the plants. Even though our game doesn't quite work like that, it's nice to maybe pretend a little bit. So there's our well. Looking pretty basic. Looking pretty good. Before the next episode, I'm going to spend a lot of time... Whoops, sorry. I'm going to be spending some time just planting all these seeds as they grow. Sometimes you only get one seed back, but a lot of times you get two. So just as time goes by, as episodes go by, I'll keep planting this wheat and whatnot. I do get food from it, like this bread, which is great. So far this is successful, and one day it'll have wheat over the whole thing. Just not today, because it's actually a pretty big job. So yeah, I'm feeling a little sick today, so I'm actually going to end the episode here. I know it's a little early, but my tonsils are all swollen, which is not fun, let me tell you. Maybe I'll tell you next episode about what's going to be happening about them, but for this episode I'll just tell you I'm feeling pretty sick. But yeah, that looks pretty good if you ask me. Looks good enough for a screenshot, so let's go in there and hit it. I just did. If you enjoyed the video, hit a like. It'd be great if you would subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Don't forget to stay hot, and we'll see you guys next time.